the most decentralized science project in the entire crypto industry. I have some updates for you guys today on Nobleblocks, which is a project that I'm an advisor for, and I am seeing a lot of steps coming closer to the inevitable launch of the live platform. So today I want to take a minute and go over the elephant in the room. I need a haircut. Obviously not. I want to talk about the chart for a second, but that's not the main highlight here. The main highlight is that Nobleblocks has put out a lot of updates recently in preparations for the launch of the platform, and so I want to address a couple of them and give you guys more of an insight of the building that has been taking place behind the scenes, which is now public available information. Let you guys in on a little bit of the sauce, just make sure everyone's paying attention. So the chart's been pretty awful. It's like effectively been down only since the time it launched. That wasn't always the case, but ever since the hack, it's been pretty much down only. I get tagged in charts, like screenshots of the chart all the time, and it's super annoying, as if you don't think I'm looking at this every stinking day. Nobleblocks is my largest Desci position in the entire market. I think right now it's disgustingly undervalued. The market cap right here says it's 480,000. That's not accurate because Dex Tools hasn't updated for the hack, which introduced a lot of coins into circulation. It was a mass dilution event, essentially. The market cap is more accurately represented by about a $1.5, $1.6 million market cap, which is still disgustingly undervalued, guys. Like, I'm shocked that it's down here. I don't think it's going to remain at these prices forever. As soon as we see the market kick up, I think Nobleblocks starts taking off, especially since it's going to correlate closely with the launch of the new platform. So here are some of the July updates. They just posted this yesterday. It's some fresh drops. So really quickly, they got new notification and role management. They got better data insights. They now collect key metrics, offering deeper insights into system performance and user activities. They have a profile, previews, and info. It's kind of like LinkedIn in that sense. If you're not familiar with the platform at all, it's essentially a decentralized social platform for scientists and academics in order to collaborate, research together, and get the peer-reviewed system better off and getting people actually compensated for the work that they're doing. So we can show the website in a couple seconds just to give you a quick little update on what it is in case you're new here. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we talk everything decentralized science, and Nobleblocks is what we're highlighting today. If you like Nobleblocks or you're holding it, make sure you hit that like button. We also have an interact with posts and articles. So that's kind of a quick little preview of some of the updates that they've got going on. They posted a Medium article at the end of last month, which we're going to go over because this has a lot more alpha, a lot more value in it, and they're constantly keeping everyone up to date on these updates. They're constantly posting Medium articles, and Delroy himself is updating a daily task chart on the white paper. So if you're ever curious as to if they've abandoned the project or if the devs are actually deving, you can come to the white paper, which I'll put in the description of this video, and you can come see all of the updates listed out so that it's easy to digest and you don't have to be asking like when update, just come look. Now, platform enhancements, profiles, manuscripts, bounties, and community funding. So the community funding and the bounties are two brand new features for the Nobleblocks platform, which will be coming out with the rollout of the platform update, hopefully sometime this month. Right now, they're doing a lot of back testing, and they're making sure that everything is fully functional. So to my understanding, everything is built out. They just need to try and break it so that when they launch it and they have hundreds of thousands of people using it, it doesn't break then, right? You only get, well, that's not necessarily the case. I was going to say you only get one shot to launch something. That's not always true, but it is better to do that beta testing before you actually launch a product to the public. So in this update, we cover the latest improvements and features in our platform. Obviously, I just said that. So first thing up, Noble ID, using blockchain and zero-knowledge proof. We're currently developing Noble ID, an advanced identification verification system intended to improve upon ORCID IDs by using blockchain and zero-knowledge proof technology. Noble ID will provide researchers with a unique, secure identifier, ensuring the authenticity of their credentials while maintaining privacy. So if you're going to have research peer-reviewed by your peers, you need to make sure that your peers are qualified. And so one way that you can make sure that people who are reviewing the research are actually qualified to be doing so is by giving them a unique ID on the blockchain, which has a kind of like your resume, basically your resume on the blockchain. That's a very simplistic way to look at it. And so they're calling it Noble ID for this platform. Unlike Orchid IDs, which can be susceptible to fraud, Noble ID will use zero-knowledge proof to confirm credentials without revealing sensitive data. That's key, keeping people's privacy. ZKP, zero-knowledge proof, if you're not familiar with it, it is a phenomenal advancement in blockchain. So I'm excited to see Nobleblocks actually using this. Next up, they got dashboard updates, which is basically just the UX. You want to make sure the UX is as smooth as possible in any kind of software. So this is good. I love seeing dashboard updates because it's just going to make the user experience, UX. Oh, leave a comment down below if that like clicked in your head right there. UX, user experience. The smoother, the better. The less friction, the easier it is for people to use. And I want to address this now because, like I said in the beginning, Nobleblocks is the most decentralized Desci platform in all of the world. One of the advantages of building on top of ICP, which enables it to be that decentralized platform, right? That thing that sets it apart from Research Hub is that Research Hub's front end is still hosted on a centralized server. By Nobleblocks choosing to host the front end on ICP, you are actually able to have a decentralized front end, meaning it can't just be shut down, which is amazing, super powerful. We love that. That's like one of the key characteristics of Nobleblocks. Unfortunately, ICP is very difficult to build on top of. That's why they don't have an overwhelming army of devs like something like Solana or some of the, although I'm pretty sure Solana is pretty difficult to build on top of as well. It's just a very difficult thing to do, which is why things are pretty slow. Because you have to work in these canisters, and I'm not a dev, so I can't really explain it intricately. Just from my understanding and talking with the devs who work on ICP, it's a bitch. It's a pain in the head to actually work on top of ICP. So it's got its pros and cons. Everything has yin and yang in the system, but I just wanted to address that. Now, they also did a profile update and just fully updated to include an option for members to change between roles such as reviewer, editor, and guest. Each role change will be approved by our in-house scientists to ensure accuracy and credibility. Very exciting. We love to see it. Again, I mean, I'm just hyping it up right now, but these are actually good things that we're coming closer and closer to seeing. And I'm scrolling past all of these photos. You can go ahead and check them out if you want to, because I want to address the two features which I am most stoked about. The two features will give the Noble token some more utility and actual validity. So the upcoming bounty feature. The addition of the bounty feature is on the way. This new feature will allow users to add a bounty using our Noble token for various tasks they request. For example, users can offer bounty for a summary of their manuscript, a quick community review, answering specific questions, and more. Once the task is completed to the user's satisfaction, the bounty will be released to the contributing users. So it's very similar. I mean, this is common sense. This makes sense, right? Post a job. If the job gets completed, you receive the bounty. I don't feel like that's that difficult to understand, but it's exciting to see the feature actually get finalized and implemented very, very soon. Again, like I said, hopefully this month in July. They also have the DOI Upload feature. Our new feature will allow users to upload their existing published papers using their DOI. It's now ready and undergoing testing. This feature enables users to quickly upload their published articles, integrating them seamlessly into the platform. So anyone who has a backlog of published articles out in the traditional system can just simply upload them to Nobleblocks without actually having to go through the process of uploading every single article to Nobleblocks. So phenomenal. I love that because it's going to allow Nobleblocks to integrate into the existing infrastructure rather than dismantle everything and rebuild it from the ground up. We are building something that is like a plug and play to some semblance, right? Where you can just take what we already have and improve upon it. Hopefully over time, we can continue to progress and people phase out the old system and come onto the new system for all of the advantages that I think you and I fully understand. It's some of the advantages that we're seeing, like the bounties or like the community-funded research projects, which is very exciting for me. And I love this photo here because you can actually see that you can use Noble to raise funds to pay for research and actually get people paid for some of their research directly on the platform. Very cool. Very cool. Community funded research. We're introducing a new feature that will allow the community to fund research projects. This feature will not only support scientific research, but also smaller, intriguing projects in various scientific and social science areas. Members can contribute to projects they find interesting or important, fostering a collaborative and supportive environment for diverse research and blah, 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 blah. Now, anyone can actually go onto the platform and post something that they think is worth researching into, then set up an entire, it's not going to be as simple as like, hey, let me go freeze a banana and give me $50,000 to freeze this banana. Shout out, Lucas. You actually are going to, I imagine, post an entire breakdown of how you're going to use the money and how the research is going to actually be conducted, so that people hopefully would be able to replicate it down the line, but also see if they agree with the methodology and have a conversation about ways you can improve it, or just give the money and initiate the funding. And you'll see right here in the photo, the example one that they're using for both of them involves psilocybin, which is a controlled substance, which generally speaking does not get a lot of funding for research initiatives, despite a lot of people understanding the advantages that psilocybin has on cognitive functioning. And so something like this on a decentralized server, on a decentralized funding mechanism, on a decentralized publication mechanism, on a decentralized peer review and preprint and all that fun stuff, it can't get shut down, and we can actually go ahead with some of the research that people know needs to happen. I'm very excited for Nobleblocks, if you could not tell. Here is the current functioning website. It's been up for quite some time. You can see there's not really any updates that are happening here because all the features aren't updated yet. And so when you go to nobleblocks.com, all you see is what you see on my screen right now. And you can go look and kind of get a rundown for what everything would look like if it were to just push forward right now. But all of these updates need to take place first. And then the entire UI, the entire UX, everything's changing. All the changes I just expressed. I believe this will provide a litany of use cases for the token and a lot of excitement for the actual project and token once we can see some progress happening in real time and people can go on the website and it's not just like a blank slate, right? This basically has nothing. It's just a bunch of tests, and that's what it is. And so once we actually release the full platform and you can see scientists going and working and actually utilizing Nobleblocks token, it's going to create demand, and it's going to inevitably end up moving the chart up and to the right. Now, this is not financial advice, and I am an advisor for the project, and it is my largest Desci holding. So I am incentivized, clearly, hopefully I expressed that to you guys, to kind of cover everything and showcase my excitement behind the project. I don't think that it'll stay at this market cap for an extended period of time, but that's simply my opinion. Again, if you want to see a more detailed list of all the updates that are happening in real time, you can come to Nobleblocks' white paper, which I will link in the description below this video, and you can get it, stay up to date with everything and see. Look, I'm still on the July 7th updates, and then it went to June 20th, so it was like 2 weeks or what have you of no updates, and then you get this massive list of updates. So that's the update for Nobleblocks. I'm bullish, baby. I am extremely bullish. And if you've made it this far in the video, understand that I am working behind the scenes as best I can to make sure that scientists are actually going to use this platform. That's all I can say. Your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully this was worth investing it into. Peace.